gentlemen, it is with great pride that we welcome you to celebrate the 2019 graduating class of Highgate Academy. We have all gathered here to witness a significant event in the lives of these young women. I recall my own graduation many years ago as I transitioned from caterpillar into butterfly.
I'm hungry.
Fly from this school towards a future full of possibilities. The world
I
is there.
can't wait to move away.
There are countless ways in which I can recount the efforts made by
Like everything's a-okay.
every year we have our fair share of challenges, and 2019 was no exception.
There's a boy and he's here. I have loved him for a year.
To quote the great Emily Dickinson,
I'm a nobody. Who are you? Are you a nobody too? It's time to move on. Off to Oxford, 'cause I'm smart. But I just care about art.
I know that life can sometimes throw you a curveball, but it's how we deal with adversity that matters.
Blah, 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 on she goes. When she'll stop, nobody knows.
We are dedicated to making sure our students are safe.
My parents are getting a divorce, so neither of them are here, of course.
In conclusion, let me just say,
No one understands me, no one ever has.
it's been a pleasure working with these young women and watching them grow.
No one understands me, no one ever will. It's time to move on. But we said we'll do what we're expected to, and smile as though on cue. At Highgate Academy, where we can all agree, all of our confidence has drifted away. Soon we will all be free of your toxicity. At Highgate, this third rate, we're getting out and we can't wait. At Highgate Academy.
And now I'd like to introduce you to this year's graduating class representative, Jane Billingston.
Hey, woo! Yay! Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hi, sorry.
I've always had my nose in a book since I was 2.5. I aced each pop quiz and test that I took. At 9 I sat on committees or staff of Greenpeace and Oxfam to end global poverty. At 10 I knew more than my algebra teacher and taught analytical chemistry. Studied and questioned and reasoned till I was certain to drop. The only thing that I couldn't do was make friends. It's lonely at the top. I never went to a film or a dance. I never went to the mall. No, no, no. Too young for dating or even romance. 4 years, not once can I even recall a party or phone call or casual talk by the pool. I knew every fact, every date and statistic, but that only made me a geek at school. I couldn't do small talk, I only debated till everyone asked me to stop. I haven't got a clue on how to make friends. It's lonely at the top. Prodigy, prodigy, that's what everyone is calling me, calling me. I'm the girl with the very high IQ. I'm so smart, I'm so wise, I'll let you in on a big surprise. There's lots of things that I cannot do. tops before they all went extinct. If Darwin is right and the best survive last, there must be some correlation or link between brilliant and lonely while making your way to the end. What good is the fact that I have all the answers when I don't even have one high school friend? While others are blissfully ready to fall on their faces and flop, I'm stuck with the knowledge of what's ahead. A lifetime of work 'cause I'm talented. Some days I don't want to get out of bed 'cause it's lonely, lonely at the top.
In conclusion, I would like to say how honored I am to be your 2019 class representative. See you at our 2025 reunion.
Thank you, Jane. And now I have the distinct pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for graduation of Highgate Academy this year, 2018-2019. I hereby petition the Office of the District Supervisor to certify the completion of the requirements of these candidates.
By the authority vested in me, I now confirm you high school graduates of Highgate Academy for the school year 2018-2019.
Now, when I call your name, please come up and receive your diploma. Kelly Adams.
Smile! Come on, smile! Would it hurt you to smile?
Mother, you're embarrassing me.
Do you want to look like you just sucked on a lemon for your graduation photo? Is that how you want to be remembered?
I would be so lucky if I was remembered. Have you seen all my rejection letters? You could wallpaper my room. What's it gonna take?
Don't take that attitude, Missy. Remember.
There's nothing I can't achieve.
Exactly.
But Mom!
My whole future seems to depend on a man, someone in a suit, somebody in charge, and he doesn't know me. My whole future depends on the success of my plan, but he holds the cards, he holds all the cards. Just another girl in another room, in a stupid dress. God, I hate this dress. Just another girl, hoping he will see that I am more than my tiny CV. All these men making decisions on these qualified female submissions. I should be smiling, but all that I feel is mistrust, 'cause I'm just another girl. Worked my ass off trying to prove that I'm more, but I'm not pretty enough. I'm not who we'd prefer. Face it, I'm not a guy. Seems to me like there's always a dog at the door. He won't let me in, no he won't let me in. Just another girl in another room. When he wants a guy, nothing I can do. Just another girl, and he holds the key to what the future has waiting for me. All these men with all of the power leave me in limbo for more than an hour. I've swallowed my feelings along with a cup of disgust, 'cause I'm just another girl with this small pearl of wisdom, handed down from Stein and then Friedan. I've got to stand on my own 2 feet instead of waiting for a man, 'cause he'll never think I'm on par. All of these years and that's still how things are. I'm talented and smart, but he can't tell me apart from just another girl. just another girl.
Good job. You're going places. Woohoo! I love you. Moving on. Scout Brookshaw. Congratulations, Scout.
Honey, over here!
Daddy is beaming, Mom's taking pictures, pictures of me they will show to their friends. Me in my cap and my gown with diploma, shot with a very expensive new lens. And they'll frame it just right to my mother's delight, and then hang it with pride on the living room wall. They'll look at that picture with joy every day, but Dad and Mom don't really see me at all. Mom throws a party, pizza and cupcakes, sugar and cinnamon floats through the air. All of the food that's prepared is my favorite. Though I am tempted, I won't eat what's there. I must stay in control, at least that is the goal. If I eat just one bite, that's the start of the fall. They brag about how I'm succeeding each day, but Mom and Dad don't really see me at all. Perfect me, perfect me. I am the girl everyone ought to be. Perfect grades, well behaved. Nobody knew the control that I craved. Hidden from view, they never knew what I was hiding all year that I wanted. I wanted to just disappear. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she lovely? Just like a model, my mother will say. Yes, she is skinny, but isn't that better? Better than if she were fat anyway. Sometimes I fear her, the girl in the mirror, this girl with her back to the wall. My parents both look at me every day. We're proud of you, both of them often will say, not noticing how I'm fading away, because they don't really see me at all.
This is probably a great time to point out that this fine institution was founded by Gertrude Ollenberger, who believed that women deserved an education. I wish to point out that the mysterious disappearance of Gertrude's husband, Wilbur Ollenberger, has never been associated with our founding mother. A memorial to Gertrude and her 12 children can be found in the South Gardens. Now, where are we? Yes, Jane Billingston. Again, Jane? Our next student is Ursula Doberman.
It's Duberman. For crying out loud, I've been here for 4 years and you can't get my name right. Duberman. Duberman. Dooberman.
Hey, Doberman, fetch. Is that your obedience school certificate?
I've got a ticket for the next train out of here, headed for any place that's far away. I want to find the things that I've been longing for. I just can't wait another day. There's so much more to me, that much I guarantee, and I have places to explore. I may not succeed, but I'll find the things I need. I just know that I can't stay here anymore. I have to dive into life. I need to spread my wings and fly. I have to find a way out. In just a day I'll wave goodbye. Gotta take a chance and try. Never know what I might find. Gonna pack my bags and leave this town behind. Spent all my life inside the same old bungalow. Known all these girls since I was barely one. This town is tiny and it's so predictable. I did my time and now I'm done. I won't be pushed about 'cause I'm the odd one out. I won't be bullied anymore. My mother and dad did the best with what they had. I'm sick of being told what to ignore. I have to dive into life. I need to spread my wings and fly. I have to find a way out. In just a day I'll wave goodbye. Gotta take a chance and try. Never know what I might find. Gonna pack my bags and leave this town behind. They didn't like my clothes. They didn't like my name. They didn't like it when I'd fight back. Things you have to endure when your family is poor and you live on the wrong side of the track. Can't wait to find a place where I'm not recognized. A place where I can get a second chance. A place where no one cares about my pedigree or has opinions at a glance. And there I'll start anew. I'll make a friend or two. I won't look back once I'm gone. In time this will be just a faded memory. I won't be the girl they knew from this point on. I have to dive into life. I need to spread my wings and fly. I have to find a way out. In just a day I'll wave goodbye. Gotta take a chance and try. Never know what I might find. Gonna pack my bags and not look back. My train is on a one-way track. I'm gonna pack my bags and leave this town behind.
Alexandra Dunsmore. Alexandra is not only graduating with top marks in fitness and health class, but she has received a scholarship to study contemporary circus at Bath Spa University in the UK. Really? Well, that's something. Alexandra was head cheerleader for the Highgate Honey Badger hockey team this past year. Maybe you could give us a cheer for old time's sake?
Highgate, Highgate, do us proud. Gonna shout it super loud. Go Highgate!
Go team! Highgate Academy has always been full of spirit.
Among other things.
Your parents must be so proud.
My parents aren't out there, instead they're in therapy, trying to figure out if they should separate public or private. They cause such a scene that everyone everywhere knows what I mean. They scream and they shout, there isn't much doubt, it's only a matter of course that mommy and daddy should just call it quits and finally get a divorce. They've always been like this, it's how they communicate. Kate and Petruchio, both of them volatile. He makes a comment and she rolls her eyes. Sometimes the dishes or cutlery flies. His tone drives her nuts, no ifs, ands, or buts. It's only a matter of course that mommy and daddy should just call it quits and finally get a divorce. Their shrink says they're progressing. They see her twice a week with issues that are pressing, and she listens to them speak. She says that she can save them and the marriage that they've got, but she just keeps them coming to pay for the cottage their meaningless marriage has bought. They're driving me crazy with all of their bickering. I'm now dysfunctional thanks to their fortitude. I'd be much happier if they would just part. 2 birthdays, 2 Christmases, just for a start. I hope they can see the best thing for me is ending this right at the source. Their marriage is over, it's clear as can be, and staying together is sheer lunacy. Please, mommy and daddy, it's time to part ways and finally get a divorce.
That might be a little more information than I was expecting, but thank you for clarifying and good luck with that. Yasmina Fulmore. Yasmina is graduating with honors. She will be attending Oxford University this coming fall to pursue her love of math and science. I know I speak for all of us here at Highgate Academy when I say how proud we are to see her continue the legacy of this fine institution at such an esteemed university.
Thank you, Mrs. Lee.
Not so fast, young lady. I have a lot more to say about you. Earlier this year, Yasmina won a much-coveted award to attend 3 weeks in Paris at the Sorbonne studying French. I'd like to take this moment to review some of Yasmina's highlights over the past 4 academic years.
I went to the Louvre on a trip to Paris, a trip that I won with top marks in my class. In science and math and advanced English studies, while others squeaked through with only a pass. I never expected that visit would change me. One thing I know is that life is so strange, because just when you think that you know what you'll be, along comes a twist that you just didn't see. The line and design, the color and style, I just had to sit there and stare for a while. The beauty of art set me free, and that's when I knew that an artist is what I would be.
In her second year at Highgate, Yasmina showed a distinct aptitude towards mathematical equations and formula that set her
The
apart.
Virgin Mary and Venus to Milo, the penitent Magdalene by Dilatour. These lovely white women in beautiful settings with themes of redemption that made them seem pure. I saw many portraits that told many stories of heartbreak and sorrow and triumph and glories, but I didn't see my own life in their eyes. So you can imagine my shock and surprise. Room 54, a prominent place, a painting that spoke of my ancestral race. The beauty of art set me free, and that's when I knew that an artist is what I would be. The portrait of Madeleine made me aware that the story of black women wasn't complete. A painting with eyes of a woman who haunts me 200 years later. I know that she wants me to finish her story and link it to mine. My parents will freak, but in time they'll be fine. So Oxford can wait. I have a new plan to help tell the story of how I began. The beauty of art set me free, and that's when I knew that an artist is what I would be.
Perhaps another chemist like Mary Elliott Hill in the making. Well, those are very tough shoes to follow. Who's next? Oh, Tessa Gildermeister. Tessa?
Be right with you.
Tessa? We are waiting.
This is an emergency.
Maybe I'll take this moment to thank Hanlon's Fudge Shop and Hardware Store for sponsoring this event, and Mrs. Hamish for donating the flowers which recently adorned the casket of her dearly departed Humphrey.
George, I feel I really should apologize for throwing up all over your tuxedo at the prom. I was really nervous, having never spent a moment with a boy before, it's true. And George, can you forgive me for the stitches, 'cause I didn't mean to close the door so swiftly on your hand. You leaned in to kiss me and I said I wasn't ready. In time I hope you'll see my point of view and understand. I know you think I'm crazy and maybe you are right. You had these great intentions, I could tell, but I was inexperienced, dating me I'll fight. So I became the date from hell. She's the date from hell, la la la, crazy date from hell. George, before I go I should apologize. I know you sprained your ankle when you chased me in the yard. I just needed air and couldn't wait another minute to get out of there, it's true. And George, I'm really sorry for the ticket you were given by the cops who pulled you over by the lake. How are you supposed to know I'm terrified of water? In hindsight, screaming may have been a terrible mistake. I know I wasn't different, I treated you like trash the moment you arrived and rang the bell. It's not my fault the flowers that you bought gave me a rash. I know I was the date from hell. She's the date from hell, la la la, crazy date from hell. Dating is hell, all these crazy expectations, in all these awful situations, leading to the Great Depression, followed by the weekly session with a shrink who's been employed by the thoughts of Sigmund Freud and explains your diagnosis as just teenage girl psychosis. George, before I go, I should apologize. I didn't mean for everyone to find out how I felt. The text I wrote was only meant for Kelly, but it somehow went to everyone, it's true. And George, I'm really sorry for destroying what was meant to be an evening that you never would forget.
Tessa!
You'll be able to look back on this with humor, not the traumatizing thing that makes you break out in a sweat. I know that I complained and made the evening really rough, but I didn't hide my feelings very well. I'll do my best, but I cannot apologize enough for being the date you couldn't help but hate, for being the date from hell.
Moving on, Justine Harbeck.
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you think you could come and get your diploma?
Just a second.
You're making a scene.
Keep your cool. I'll get it when this joke, this ceremony is over.
What?
I nearly failed every course, but then you know that you and Dad paid for a tutor, but she quit. I was suspended for a week, 'cause I called some girl a freak, which you know. You called a therapist to get a diagnosis. In the end, the problem never was addressed. You'd think by now you'd see what's really wrong with me is the fact that I'm feeling depressed.
Can we talk about this another time?
Of course, tomorrow is as good a time as ever to avoid the fact that I am not okay. Some days I don't get out of bed. I'm not lazy like you said, that's not it. I just don't see the point in higher education when I was ostracized for thoughts that I expressed. It's clear as clear can be. What's really wrong with me is the fact that I'm feeling depressed. I was the new girl. They didn't like me. They didn't try to. They shut me out. So I gave up. I was done. Ostracized by everyone. So I became the girl they thought I was. I'm ignored within the class because I'm angry. I lash out because I'm hurting and I'm lost. Since I don't know how to cope, I drink beer and I take dope, which I hate. I am stuck inside this loop of self-destruction. It's so difficult for me to be my best when each day all that I see is overt hypocrisy. And because of that, I'm always depressed.
I can personally guarantee that I will find time after this ceremony to address this issue and make sure we find a solution to the problem of bullying at Highgate. We have a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to such things. That being said, I think you deserve this. Darcy Rumbler. Sabina Miller.
I was born across the ocean, somewhere far away from here, in a land that's hot and sunny, where there isn't any hope. It's a land where people struggle, and they worry, and they fight. So the woman who gave birth to me did what she thought was right, and I sailed across the ocean to a mother's sad farewell, to a place that's not a part of me, and I hid inside my shell. I didn't quite fit in. No matter what I did, I was always the adopted kid. I grew up with pretty dresses and a family who cared. I embraced the local customs and forgot about my home. I was safe and I was pampered, but I struggled and I fell, always trying to be a part of them, but anyone could tell that my roots were near the water, that my history was there. But as long as I seemed happy, no one ever seemed to care that I didn't quite fit in. No matter what I did, I was always the adopted kid. My sisters had blue eyes and wheat-colored hair. My eyes were obsidian, my skin wasn't fair. And when I was with them, most people would tend to assume I was only a family friend and try And somehow, in spite of their love, I was always aware my mother and father and sisters had wheat-colored hair. When I learned I was adopted, my whole world fell into place, and my life came into focus when I realized at last that I needed to recover what I lost when I was found. For the first time in my life, I felt my feet on solid ground, and I hope I'm reunited to that place I barely know, and the woman who gave birth to me and loved me so much so that regardless of her sacrifice, she somehow let me go, and my mother's love will glow in my life so I may show what I hid as the adopted kid.
I believe this is yours, Sabina Miller.
It's Sabina Abar Miller. We love you.
I love you too.
Felicity Palchetti.
Be cool, Felicity. Cool as a cucumber. Cool as ice. Ice cream. That's me. So what if he's It's a big deal. Who cares? It's a free country. He can sit anywhere he wants and do whatever he likes. It's not his fault you're invisible.
In Charlie's Cafe at 120 Queen, there's a table by a window where it cannot be seen. I watch as the boys purchase flowers for their prom dates this evening in only 4 hours. And Ewan is there with a pretty corsage tied up with a ribbon and bow. I'm not going, that's clear, 'cause he's there and I'm here. I love him, he just doesn't know. He lives on my street, just 2 houses down, with his parents and his sister in this quiet old town. I met him one day at a ball game, but I'm certain he doesn't remember my name. I bike by his house
doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
Congratulations, Felicity. Catherine Schumacher. Catherine.
Katie.
Catherine, I should also mention that you have received a scholarship to attend Queen's University to study English literature.
I'm passionate about the classics.
That's refreshing. What is it about them that you like?
The struggles against adversity.
Oh.
The romantic heroine, overcoming terrible odds to be with her Knight Templar.
Okay.
Have you ever read Wuthering Heights, Principal Lee?
Oh, a long time ago.
Don't you just love how damaged Heathcliff is? And how much he loves Catherine?
It's not the healthiest relationship.
Well, not after they're wealthy, it isn't. But before that, when he's poor, isn't their love just recomendatious? When my parents met, they had nothing but each other. And now that they have everything anyone could ever want, just look at them.
Tell that guy to get with the program, or I'll hand his ass to him before this day is through.
Honey, you're embarrassing us.
Not an ounce of affection. More of a business arrangement, really. I want that kind of love you find in fairy tales and books, that passionate, reckless, all-consuming love.
I don't need the latest fashions. I don't want a string of pearls. I don't have to marry wealthy. I'm not like other girls. I want someone poor with nothing to give except their love. And that is all I'm dreaming of. We can live inside a cottage, count our pennies one by one. He'll compose or paint a landscape, write a book, and when he's done, he will dedicate it to Katie, the woman he promised he would love. And that is what I'm dreaming of. Money can't buy you happiness, some things just can't be bought. Husbands and wives can spend all their lives feeling as though they've been caught. Who wants to live in boredom? I think I'd rather die. Who wants a life without struggle and strife? Not me, no way, not I. If my lover had to leave me, I would fall apart and cry, thinking how much I adore him, till the day that I should die. On my tombstone it will read, "Here lies Catherine, whose heart broke 'cause of love." And that is all I'm dreaming of.
Have one diploma left. Melissa Gardner was a wonderful student and someone we treasured at Highgate. She came to us in grade 9 full of potential, and in her 4 years here she never disappointed. An excellent student, she was top of her class in most subjects except, well, with the exception of functions and applications.
I was just scared she'd
She didn't care if we were seen, but I hid the time we shared. I wasn't ready for others to know. She asked me to stay, I told her to go. Now it's nothing but a blur, and it's all because of her. She got on her bike and rode away. I stayed and cried, unnatural, that's what people say. And it made me want to hide. She said she loved me, but I didn't care. I watched as she vanished into thin air. Things won't be the way they were, and it's all because of her. When I heard the sirens, I was thinking of her kiss. When I heard the sirens, I was thinking I would miss the way she brightened every minute of each day that she was in it. When I stopped to turn around, that's when I heard the siren sound. There's so many things I want to say. I wish I could. You gave me love, I backed away. Now you've disappeared for good. I wasn't ready, and now it's too late. I should have stopped you and asked you to wait. Of this one thing I am sure, I feel somehow that I'm to blame. Melissa was my girlfriend's name. My life will never be the same, and it's all because of her.
Accepting this diploma on her behalf is her brother, Ewan Gardner. In an unusual departure for Highgate, we have invited Ewan to give this year's commencement speech. Ewan.
I've given this speech a great deal of thought. Not being a member of the student body, I've searched my heart for the words my sister would have used on this occasion. I know she would have thanked our parents and the staff for their commitment on helping her achieve her dreams, and for their support and advice.
She's in the back row, that girl who wears the glasses, that girl who passes by my house each day on her bike. 2 houses down from me, still I've never met her, but gee, I can't forget her smile. And suddenly I'm like, maybe it's time to let go. When will it finally be okay? When can I leave the past behind? Maybe today will be the day. If I don't take a chance, it's something I'll regret. Maybe she can help me to forget.
Melissa was fiercely loyal to her friends. She felt that love and compassion were a commodity and should be shared and cherished.
She doesn't know me, at least she doesn't seem to. I'm gonna plan a scheme to find a way to say hello. She might just turn away, and maybe she'll reject me, but somehow I suspect she might be willing to be friends. I want to stop being sad. I want to finally be okay. When can I leave the past behind? Maybe today will be the day. If I don't take a chance, it's something I'll regret. Maybe she can help me to forget.
She always spoke about her time at Highgate with such enthusiasm and joy. She relished every moment she spent there.
It's been so long since I spent some time with someone who can see beyond the stuff I've been dealing with, a different side of me. Don't want to be analyzed. The therapy portion is through. Would it be possible to share this new me with you?
In conclusion, I encourage all of you to rely on one another moving forward. Be good to each other and unafraid of achieving your dream.
She doesn't see me, but maybe I can change that. At least I can arrange it so the two of us meet. Dark clouds are parting. I feel like I can close one door and open up another for the girl who might be mine. I'm trying to decide what to do, trying to find a new point of view, open a chapter that is new. Maybe you feel the same way too. If I don't take a chance, it's something I'll regret. Maybe you can help me to forget.
Thank you, Ewan. Those are words we can all take to heart. Now, will all of our graduates please rise? It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a post-secondary degree, the cap tassel is shifted from the left side to the right side of the cap. This signifies to all the completion of the degree. Graduates, please move your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I present to you the Spring 2019 graduating class of Highgate Academy.
It's time to say goodbye. It's time to let me go. You're stronger than you know. It's time to say goodbye. This time next year, things will all be much clearer. You'll have a much better picture of how you fit in. Right now you feel like you can't pull up anchor, but the weather is good. If you wanted to, you could try to sail away and see other vistas, 'cause there's nothing to fear. Things will be better this time next year. You'll discover so much to explore. You won't be lost or ashamed of your feelings. There are people who care. If you look, they are there and they'll welcome you in. They say if you leave, then the net will appear. Things will be better this time next year. There will be challenges, but also laughter. And though there's no such thing in life as happy ever after, it's the person you'll be my success, and my guess is you'll grow stronger every day. I hope that we could journey together on this path, but I have to go away. This time next year, you'll look back and you'll smile. I think you'll see just how far you've come over time. So don't give up or give in to emotions when your heart feels like glass. Know that this too will pass. Better days are ahead. I love you forever. That much is clear. I promise you things will be better this time next year. They didn't like my clothes, they didn't like my name, they didn't like it when I'd fight back. But that is what happens when your family is poor and you live on the wrong side of the track. Maybe that's the problem. We've been filled with doubt. We cared too much what others thought. We gave them too much clout. Instead of celebrating what made us both stand out. And I think it's time. Yes, I think it's way past time that we united. We've been short-sighted for too long. I'm really angry at myself for never taking up the space that I should. My footprint is so small that it's hardly there at all. That's on me. That's my fault. From here on in, I just don't care what you think about my clothes or the color of my hair. I'm gonna have my say, so prepare yourself, okay? And this could be my red letter day. Time for changing, time for moving, time for being brave. Time for finding all the answers to the questions that I crave. I don't know why I cared if I fit in. I never used to care about that stuff before. But still I felt confined by the way I was defined. That's on me. That's my fault. From here on in, it's time you heard. It's my turn at last to speak out loud and have the final word. This is an expose of how we won't be led astray. I think this is my red letter day. Just because she's popular